to show you something that very few people have ever seen. I'm kind of embarrassed to do it. Okay, this is the first time I've ever worn these glasses in public. I'm a little bit self-conscious. My vision is so bad. My lenses are so thick that my eyes look like the beady eyes of a criminal because of the magnification. My correction is something like minus 12 diopters. Instead of 20/20, I have 21,000, something crazy like that. And so when I take out my contacts, I really cannot see at all. Maybe that's why I've always been fascinated by the miracles in the Bible where blind men receive their sight. And that's exactly what we have today in our chapter in Mark. Mark chapter 8, Jesus heals a man who's blind by spitting in his eye. I began to think of other healings in the Bible, and each time it seems Jesus does it a little different. He spit in this guy's eye. There's another blind man. Jesus just spoke, didn't even touch him, and he received his sight. Another blind person, Jesus touched his eyes, and he could see. There's a fourth blind man who Jesus spit on the ground. He made mud, and then he put the mud on his eyes and told him to go wash. So 4 different blind men all received sight, but Jesus did it differently each time. When you need healing and you pray for God to heal you physically, emotionally, financially, relationally, you have an idea in your mind of how it should look. But I just want you to know that just because he healed someone else a certain way doesn't mean he's going to heal you that way. All 4 blind men could see. Jesus was the one who healed them every time. God may heal you miraculously. I've seen him do it. He may just supernaturally heal you, or he may use doctors. He may use medicine. He may use a surgery. Either way, the healer is still Jesus. And if he uses medicine, we're not going to applaud medical technology or physicians. We're going to give God the glory and give him all of our praise and applause. But just remember, the next time you're praying for whatever miracle you need, to trust God how he wants to do it, and trust God when he wants to do it. One other story in the passage that stands out is, again, he feeds a whole lot of people with just a little bit of bread. This is not the same as the feeding of the 5,000. In this case, he takes 7 loaves and he miraculously feeds 4,000. But the part that stood out to me was, after the miracle, they're in the boat, and it says the disciples forgot to bring bread. They only had 1 loaf, and that's not enough for all of the people in the boat. And they're bothered by it, and Jesus is bothered by them. He says to them, do you remember how many people I fed with 5 loaves? I fed 5,000. And how many baskets did you pick up afterwards? They said 12. I bet they said it like a child who's just been corrected by their parents. 12. Okay, and then you just saw me feed 4,000 people with 7 loaves of bread, and how many baskets left over did you have? And I said, 7. And basically what Jesus is saying is, I took care of you yesterday. Why don't you trust me today? I took care of you in your past. Why don't you trust me with your future? I fed 4,000 people, then I fed 5,000 people. You think I can feed 12? And so as you're thinking about your miracle, your healing, the big way you need God to move in your life, and you're getting frustrated and you're wondering when he's going to move, and why hasn't he moved yet, and why hasn't he touched you and healed you, and I want you to remember all the times in your past where he's healed you. Think of all the times in the past where you've been blessed. He's been there for you before. He's fed you before. He's met your needs before. He's taken care of you before. He'll take care of you today. He'll take care of you tomorrow. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forever. So trust him. He'll be there for you today. Whatever your needs may be, he'll be there for you tomorrow because he cares. Take care, church family. Love you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow in Mark chapter 9.